Do you believe in the paranormal? Ghosts, vampires, werewolves, the creatures that go bump in the night and lure their way into your closets, the beasts that rummage under your bed and growl the entire night, the things made of nothing but nightmares and terrors. I am here today to prove to you that those are indeed true and that you have everything to fear.
The day is November 6th, 2003. It's a regular bustling morning for the motor shop. Owner Scott Engel is at the shop looking over some things to make sure everything is in check, as well as helping mechanic Chris Parker on a bike that was brought in earlier that morning. Scott had just got done talking to his friend Noel when Noel told him that he had to leave. He just had to run a few errands, that he would be back in a few minutes. The service manager, Brian Cosby, is sitting down doing his regular paperwork, all the business side of the motor shop, and he did it on his downtime. At around 12 p.m., Scott's mother arrived at the motor shop. Everyone was friends at the motor shop, so they all took a moment to talk to each other. They all had a little something to say to each other, whether it was about the game that happened the night before or the motor shop in general. During the conversation, Brian had noticed a car pull up outside. He alerted Scott, and Scott and him both ran outside to make sure everything was okay. When Scott and Brian walked outside, the car door opened, and a strange man stepped out. Brian had just started to ask the man what he needed when the man drew a gun on the both of them and shot them. The man walked in and began searching for anyone else in the building. He saw Chris working on the bike and decided to walk up from behind him and shoot him in the back of the head. As the killer was searching the rest of the building, Beverly walked out of the bathroom and got ambushed by the killer. A few minutes had passed by and Scott's friend Noel had finally pulled back up to the garage. He instantly noticed the two bodies that were out front. He quickly grabbed the closest tire iron and ran inside. He then saw Beverly and Chris, both dead. The motor shop, now left abandoned, does nothing but be a gruesome reminder of what happened. But some say the place isn't so abandoned. Locals have reported seeing figures inside the motor shop at night. Even some have said during the hours of the shooting, you can still hear the cries of the mother and gunshots. But no proof has ever been turned up to back up these theories. But the biggest piece of evidence isn't a picture or something that can be taken. Just by simply looking at the old garage, people have reported, including myself, that their stomachs begin to knot. They begin to feel sick, depressed, or have bad headaches, even if they do not know the story of what has happened at the garage.
Whether you believe the murder was simply that, a homicide, or you believe it was something a little bit more sinister or evil, one thing is for certain: whatever courses through the building and the brick of that place is in fact real and could be more darker than we could possibly imagine. He could also be behind you right now. Sweet dreams.